I was hesitant to watch this film because I'm not a big fan of Ava DuVernay because, she runs with a certain kind of crowd and I don't really care for that crowd. But I was also scared to watch it as well because I had heard all the stories about the Central Park Five. I did my research. I watched interviews. I watched the actual confessions or so-called confessions. I watched different interviews. Yeah, I did about a week's worth of research before I really, sat down and watched this film because I wanted to know that I was watching something that was accurate. And although I may not be a fan of Miss DuVernay, she did an incredible job making this film. Wide range of emotions, she took you through the whole process, and what they did to those young men and how they railroaded them made me sick to my stomach while watching it. I shed tears about 3 times while watching this film, and that was one of the reasons I was afraid to watch it anyway. But it took me back to my parents and how they raised 3 black boys in this country that's not set up for them to succeed. I can't imagine the heartache, the worry that my parents had every time we left the house, knowing that that could possibly be our last day because the skin that we wear in this country is just a big red X on us. We are public enemy number 1. My dad would always tell us growing up, y'all know that all 3 of y'all are an endangered species, y'all black men. They don't want y'all here. My father used to tell us that growing up. I didn't understand it all the way. I thought I did. But when I got older and I realized that he was preparing us for this world, this white supremacist world, it all made sense, And to look at the stories and how those young men's lives was affected all the way up until they became adults. Heart-wrenching, man. Heart-wrenching stuff, but everybody needs to see it. White people won't understand it because they don't have to deal with these kind of things. They will not understand this movie. It is not for them. Anybody who is a white supremacist sympathizer, this movie is not for you. This is for the people who understand it and for the people like myself and my brothers who have been through this. Not to the extreme that they did, but we've all had a chance encounter with the cowards on patrol, cops. We've all had encounters with them as black men. And before I end this video, one of the major takeaways for me was how they want little boys to be grown men. But then a grown, strong man, they want to treat him like a little boy. White supremacy is a mind game. It's a con. It is nothing fair, nothing just about it. It's all to mess with your head and to make you fall in the traps that they set up for you. I'm thankful for my parents, and I find myself in their positions. My son is 5 years old. And I know one day he's going to have an encounter with the cowards on patrol. But trust me, I'll be ready.